Tell me that it's my fault that it's over.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Thousand Life Fam. If you're new here, my name is Janaea and this is Live a Thousand Lives. Today I'm going to be doing a book tag for you. And today's tag is the Reader Problems book tag. Now, I went to look up the original creator of this tag and the video is set to private, so I don't even know who created this. But I saw it first on A Clockwork Reader and Catty-tastic, I believe. So I will leave their videos in the description box. This tag is super old, but hey, we're going to do it anyway, because I haven't done it yet. So, question number 1. You have 20,000 books on your TBR. How in the world do you decide what to read next? So for me, I play TBR bingo every month. If you aren't aware of my TBR game, I will leave the playlist in the cards for you. But basically, bingo chooses my TBR every month. And I read the books that it chooses for me. That's how I do it. Question number 2. You're halfway through a book and you're just not loving it. Do you quit or are you committed? Depends on the book for me. For instance, I was not loving The Assassin's Apprentice when I first started it, but then I ended up loving it. Like, I finished it and loved it. So, there's situations like that where sometimes I feel like it's more in my head, like it's been so hyped that like I'm putting that damper on it, so I'll push myself. But if there's a book that I'm just not loving the contents of, or I'm just not like vibing with, I will DNF a book. So it just depends on what the real reason for me not enjoying it is. Number 3. This says the end of the year is coming. We're in February when I'm filming this. So let's just say the end of the year is fast approaching because it'll be here before we know it. You're so close, but so far away on your Goodreads challenge. Do you try to catch up, and how? No. Like, I will try to reach my goal, but if I have 15 books and it's, December 12th, I'm too busy in December. So for me, I'm just like, oh well, I failed, oh darn. And it's a Goodreads goal. It's not like it's, I'm not winning money for it or something, or I'm not gonna like win a house or something. So it's not like super important to me. It's just a goal I set at the beginning of the year, and if I make it, great. If I don't, I know I need to work on it. That's it for me. So I'm not as serious about my Goodreads goal as some people. Number 4, the covers of a series you love do not match. How do you cope? So this does not really bother me that much. I'm just going to be honest, and I know a lot of readers like they have to match. The only thing that bothers me is if I have like a hardback and paperback and a hardback, like that bothers me. But the covers don't bother me because I don't see them on my shelves, if that makes sense. You see the spine, or I do, how I do my bookshelves. You just see the spines, so it doesn't really bother me that bad. And I am not going to go out and spend a whole bunch of crazy money to get them to match. Now, if I find them, like, used or, a sale or something, maybe. But I just don't care that much, you guys. Like, they're books. They're supposed to be read. So I just don't care that much. Apparently, I'm not a good reader. Number 5. Everyone and their mother loves a book that you really don't like. Who do you bond with over shared feelings? Well, that's hard because, number 1, I don't have that many friends in real life who enjoy reading the same things as I do, or read at all. Like, I don't have that many friends that like to read or enjoy reading. And if they do, we don't tend to like the same things. So, in real life, there's not really one. I will complain to my husband, like, and he doesn't care if I spoil a book for him, so, like, I'll complain to him. But I don't really have any friends I go to, and Sometimes I'll complain or like share my feelings with like some of my found friends, like Di. I can tell her like, hey, I really hated that book, like, oh my gosh. Or I'll voice it on Twitter or in vlogs. So that's what I do. That may be really sad. That makes me sound pathetic, huh? I have like no booktube friends, like, or book friends, like, what? I mean, I do, like, I have friends, but I don't really have someone that has the same tastes as me that I can complain to that often, you know? Does that make sense? Anyway. Oh, actually, Robbie from And His Nose Stuck in a Book on Instagram, he used to be on YouTube, he's not anymore, but I can complain to him about any book, and he'll just be like, yeah, I agree, or no, I liked that book. But he's a fun one to talk to you about it. So, number 6, you're reading a book and you are about to start crying in public. How do you deal? I cry in public. I don't care. Like, I just don't care. I get more self-conscious if I'm reading a book that has like smut in it, or if I'm reading a book that makes me laugh rather than cry. So I just don't really care what people think. So, oh well. Number 7, a sequel of a book you loved just came out, but you've forgotten a lot from the prior novel. Will you reread the book, skip the sequel, try to find the synopsis on Goodreads, or cry in frustration? Okay, well, number 1, if I loved the book so much, then I probably won't forget as much. For me, as who I am. Now, that's if I loved a book. If I only liked it, then I'll probably forget. But I would say that I would reread the first one and then read the second one. That's what I would do. Because if I love the first one anyway, I might as well reread it to get caught up. I do that a lot, actually. So that's what I would say. 8, you do not want anyone borrowing your books. How do you politely tell people nope when they ask? I do let people borrow my books, but only a select few. Like, my best friend can borrow my books because I know if anything happened to them, she would replace it. And like, if I trust someone that they would do that and they would be kind about it, then I will. But like I said, I don't really have a lot of friends who read in real life. Or if they do, they don't read the same things as I do. It's not really an issue for me. No one really asks to borrow my books. Karina does, but like, we kind of share our library, so it's not really an issue for me. 9, reading ADD. You've picked up and put down 5 books in the last month. How do you get over your reading slump? I don't read. So, if I'm in a reading slump, I will try to read, but normally if like one book doesn't cut it, then I'm like, not reading, not doing it. Either that, or I will pick up a favorite and try to read that. But if my reading slump is so bad where I don't even want to pick up a favorite book, I just won't read. I will give myself a pass. And here's why. I love reading. I don't want to get burnt out. I don't want to feel like I hate reading. So I give myself a pass. I'm human. I'm going to get into, ups and downs of reading just like anything else. So why put the pressure on myself to read during a reading slump? Like, I know that like I do booktube and stuff, but I just don't get that point. Like, I just don't. So I just won't. Or I'll only read like one book and be like, hey, sorry, like I've only read 4 books in the last 3 months. Like, whoops. I just don't. It's, yeah, I'm just kind of not that like serious about it. Like, reading is supposed to be fun, and yeah, I do booktube, but why does that mean that I have to be under such strict guidelines? It kind of drives me crazy about booktube, to be honest. But hey, whatever. Next, 10. There are so many new books coming out that you're dying to read. How many do you actually buy? I don't. So the only time I've ever pre-ordered books was last year. First time I've ever pre-ordered a book, and it was the last book in the Fever series, which was A Kingdom of Shadow and Light and A Court of Silver Flames. They both came out around the same time. Now, does that mean I will never pre-order books? No, but I have to really be interested in order to pre-order a book. I'm actually thinking about pre-ordering Amari and the Night Brothers because, Amari, the second Amari book, because I really enjoyed Amari and the Night Brothers. So I am halfway tempted to pre-order that, so I know that I'm going to get it. But I don't know. We'll see. I don't really pre-order things. Because I have kids, like, their needs tend to come before mine, so I don't really pre-order things like that. Also, and I'm not saying like if you have kids and you pre-order, like, that's a bad thing. No. I don't work, so it's just my husband working, and so I have to be careful, really careful about how I spend money. So if I really want to pre-order, I usually will have to save money or really think about it first. So that's all. It's not that I think there's anything wrong with pre-ordering or anything wrong with moms or dads pre-ordering. Nothing like that. Don't get all... I'm not judging no one. I'm just saying, for me, it's harder for me to do that at the moment. And it's just getting harder in my state. So, with work anyway. So anyway, that's that. Pre-orders, I would, but I don't. That's pretty much that. 11, and the last one. After you've bought the new books you can't wait to get to, how long do they sit on your shelves before you get to them? So I'm going to use this as in general whenever I buy books. Normally forever. Like, it usually takes me a while to get to the new books I've bought. So, yeah, the exception for that is Kingdom of Shadow and Light by Karen Marie Moning, the last in the Fever series. I loved that book, and I read it as soon as I got it. Like, I could not wait. And then A Court of Silver Flames, I started when I first got it, but I'm still reading that, so, you know, and that was probably almost a year ago now, so, you know, whatever. But anyway, guys, that was the Reader Problems book tag. I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and ding the little bell icon. Consider hitting the subscribe button and comment down below. Let me know if you have done the Reader Problems book tag. And if you have, leave your links in the comments so I can go check them out. If you do not want to actually comment, but you want to let me know that you are here, please leave me any sort of animal emoji. That'd be wonderful. Or remember to check out my description box because I have all of my social media links down there, as well as my Amazon wish list and mental health links. If you or someone you know needs them, please use them. Remember, guys, a reader lives 1,000 lives, and so can you. So keep on reading, and remember to stay safe and healthy, be happy and kind, and always love one another. See you in the next video. Bye.
I didn't know all the times that you called me to be closer. Wish I paid attention, I should have known. You're probably with your friends, dancing on tabletops. Hands in his hair already saying